Love story.
Love story with I mean
So today we're going to have our Q&A. So, all right, so let's get started. Yeah. Всем привет! Hello everyone! Hello Kapachams! Welcome back to our Pachampa channel! Alright, so here we are again, Sergey and Chinita Cha. So today we're going to have our Q&A. So we're going to today we're going to have our Q&A. So we're going to answer some questions, okay, from you guys. So those who commented the post or what I posted in YouTube, and some questions we prepared. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so the first question, maybe we can answer the questions that you sent us or commented. So let's
you read the question.
Okay, so let's start with from May Breakthrough Channel. The first question is, how did you two meet?
Okay, who's starting?
Maybe I could. That's our audience. Yeah, he's clapping. All right, so how did we meet? Okay, I think back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, that's like September. September of 2019. My Filipino friend, okay, so that's actually our common friend. So
so we had a colleague.
One colleague.
He invited me. He messaged me like, "Would you come for like meetup?" And I came the first, and he just he was living on the same floor as me, so I just came. And he gave me this big cup, like paper cup of vodka with some Sprite. But I guess it was much, Chinese vodka. I thought it just Sprite, but it was a lot of Chinese. I even don't know the proportions. I think it was more than half of that vodka. I started sipping it. I usually don't drink anything, no strong alcohol. But yeah, we were just talking about stuff, and some other colleagues started joining, and then the last one came this
second to the last one.
I think the last one, because I was already half through the cup, so I don't remember all the details that much. Then suddenly this tiny girl came, and there was only one.
Am I tiny?
Yeah, this like teeny tiny little girl comes, and there was just only one place next to me. She sat, very humble, and but talkative, because she joined the conversation. We have this very active American colleague, so they were talking a lot, and she was laughing. Most of the other guests, they were
just listening.
Quiet. Yeah, they were quiet, but she was laughing. So I had no chance not noticing her. She was just next to me, and the noisy is the most active person there.
Okay, yeah, so that's how we actually met. So we were both invited to like a gathering, like get together from a Filipino common friend. So that's how we met, and it started there. All right, so
question.
There's another question.
Another question.
So maybe we could just finish. All right, so please bear with us. Our little Pachori is behind the camera. So
okay. What is
so
the
next question is, where is Sergey from?
I'm I'm from Belarus.
We are in Belarus.
No one knows. It's not Russia.
Okay. It's not in Russia.
I mean, currently we are in China, so it's really far away. Actually, it's like Central Europe. Some people refer us to Eastern Europe. Actually, we are in the Central Europe, and it's just west from Russia, between Russia and Poland.
The third question is, name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
Wow, so many. Could we drink our favorite tea? That's the first one. We both love tea.
Do we? Okay, at first, I'm not into tea though. I'm more into coffee.
Yeah,
but now, tea, because of him. But I mean, 3 things in common now, of course, tea. Mostly, like a lot already, because we came to like each other's stuff. Yeah. Maybe, okay. So before, maybe when we were still starting, what are the things?
The second one, I love cooking. She likes eating.
Yeah, we both like eating. So we both love tea now. We both love eating.
We're both great in basketball. We both great at basketball.
Play basketball. Yeah, so that's actually one of the things.
She's good at shooting. I'm good at missing.
So we play basketball. Yeah, we both like playing basketball. I think that's all. Yeah?
So many
to mention. Okay, let's move on. We're both talkative, actually. I mean, if you first meet
she's good at talking, I'm good at listening.
At first, you think he's very silent. That's my first impression, actually. But after that, no. We're both talkative.
Yeah,
really.
if there's a good topic to talk about, I am talking.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's the thing.
But there are a few. Can you share some cultural differences you have experienced in your relationship and how you work through them?
Cultural differences?
Okay, I know.
Okay, you start.
She likes rice, I like buckwheat.
That's the first thing, because we Filipinos really love eating rice, but they don't eat much. I mean,
we
eat rice,
we
but
could,
not, like not every day.
Maybe like several times per year. Yeah,
several times, they can count it. In our case,
every
single day.
Because we don't have rice cookers, so that's the thing. I mean, we don't grow rice. It's impossible to grow in that climate. And then we don't buy rice cookers, and it's much more difficult to cook rice properly. So it's not that even tasty if you cook it just in this casserole. It's easy to burn it, and it's not that tasty, and it's really long time. It's like 50 minutes. So not that convenient. Not just we don't like the taste.
One cultural difference is that we Filipinos are very talkative, friendly, sociable. Like, we love talking with other people, smiley, which is very opposite in their... I don't know if it's overall, but he mentioned like if you are from the northern part, part of
most
Europe,
people from north, they not that
a bit, like a bit aloof.
Maybe saving in warm air when you talk a lot.
I'm not saying that they're not friendly. They are, but
we are just friendly, but another
just
way.
Serious, they're quite serious. If you're gonna look at them, it's like that you don't want to talk to them because their faces are serious, something like this, including him. When I first saw him, he's very silent and a bit. But no, you were smiling.
I'm like the smiliest person. It means you haven't seen the rest of Belarusians.
Yeah,
they smile twice per life.
Yeah, and they're they are straightforward.
Yeah,
and that's actually one of the things
that's the climate
we fight about.
You couldn't spend that much time talking in Belarus, especially if it's outside. You're gonna freeze to death.
Yeah, so that's some of the cultural differences. Is that all? There are a lot more, but those are some of the things.
Okay.
That we could remember.
The second question a bit similar. How do you navigate differences in language and communication styles in your relationship?
We usually use same language here, English, the English language. It's not that he's using Belarusian and I'm using Filipino, and then we try to.
We just spend so much time here speaking English that we forgot other language.
Exactly. So we focus on English language. So I think it's a common thing. So I think there's so many problems in language. Again, it's just more of how we talk, because again you're more of like
next one. How have your families and friends reacted to your international relationship? Knowing me, no one had any reaction.
because you just have
because they already think I'm crazy. Because before that I traveled like 6 years alone, solo, and I mean that's not the craziest, and I mean not craziest, not the strangest thing in my life.
Yeah. In our case, I think we Filipinos are very diverse and it's very common in our country now that, a foreigner and Filipinos get married. And I told them, they're just like, okay, and I think they accept it easily. I think in our country it's just very common nowadays. So yeah,
I come from Soviet Union. The Soviet Union, there were 15 republics with absolutely different nations, so it's absolutely normal. Okay.
Alright, moving on. Have you faced, especially here in where we are now, any discrimination or challenges because of your international relationship? Did we?
Not at all.
Not at all.
We just face some confusion because we don't speak Chinese.
Yeah. and I look like Chinese.
And we live in the middle of China. Yeah, and another thing, most of Chinese think she's Chinese, which is strange for me because she doesn't look like Chinese. But yeah, and they start speaking in Chinese with her. But yeah, she couldn't respond. I mean, we couldn't respond.
Yeah, and I think it's not a discrimination now.
No.
We never face any discrimination here. Just curious or maybe confused if I'm a Chinese or not. Having relationship with a foreigner. But when I start talking, they can understand that we are both foreigners. Okay, so let's move on to the next question.
Wow. How do you celebrate and honor each other's cultural traditions and holidays? I think we have a lot in common. I mean, the difference is Christmas. I mean, Christmas is one of the biggest holidays in the year, yeah. But the thing is, her Christmas is on 25th.
Our Christmas is on the 10th.
My Christmas on January 7th. But we also have Catholic, which celebrate December 25th, which is normal. Yeah, so no surprises. So we celebrate it twice, that's all. And pretty similar, I would say. We started talking about celebration. We have one more team member that wants to join.
Okay, so we have someone joining and he's very messy because he was eating. Okay, so let's move on. It's okay. So next question is, what are your plans for the future? And
I would say really want to travel one day, like long trip, yeah. We already made one trip, but yeah, it was inside China and we just want to experience maybe another country, and maybe we want to live somewhere near sea for a while.
he really wants to go to the Philippines and stay near the sea.
Yeah. Just I want to practice some snorkeling with Nikolai as well, and swimming.
I don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That one.
That's the plan so far.
Okay, good one. Have you both tried each other's traditional cuisine? Who makes a better lumpia or pirashki? So pirashki is like dough with meat inside, and lumpia for non-Filipino viewers, it's like a wrap, and inside there's some delicious meat with veggies, and it's all fried in oil. It's amazing. I don't make any pirashki because it's a bit difficult, and you need a proper big oven, and we use gas. In my country. Lumpia is amazing. I would say which one is better. I would say maybe lumpia, because the proportion, in pirashki there's a lot of dough, and the filling is just maybe 50%, but in lumpia the filling is like 80%, and it's crispy, so I really love lumpia. Have you ever argued about which country has a better sports team or music scene, etc.? Who wins those debates? I would say never. No. I would say that Cynthia, as a Filipino, is very patriotic. She loves her country.
All Filipinos are patriotic.
So much. Belarusians, any Belarusian, if you ask about the country, they would maybe talk about stuff they don't like. I mean, we all country, it is precious, but we will point out. We will point out some flaws. Yes.
But we never fight anything about it. So from the Stepanov family, she actually asked me, did you already talk about your love story? I want to know how you landed a teaching job in China. Yeah, those are the questions she wants to know. Love story.
Love story. I mean, that was the first question. Yeah, how did we meet?
Yeah, but did we fall like instantly?
I mean, we started spending all our free time together almost instantly. So
first time we met, he's just talking to our colleague. He's not really directing. I think the only question I've answered that he asked is like, "Who brought this?" Because I brought a chocolate. And then he said, "Oh, I like this," and then that's the only question I answered from him. But I thought he's like in relation with the other foreigner, because he's always talking with that foreigner colleague. So that's the reason why instantly, not really. But when he started, because he messaged me first, which is actually something. So he messaged me first, and it started there. Yes. Because I got to know you more, because we actually exchanged information, asked questions about
I
each
even
other.
told you first evening.
Yeah, and we did not meet like immediately again, because I traveled with the other Filipinos.
Yeah.
And he couldn't, because he needs to stay here because he's still processing.
I was processing documents.
He has some documents. So So I think after how many weeks before we met again, But we were already communicating. And then when we first, is it a date? Just like a meet up. We meet up like in a mall. We ate, and then we talked, because I have work. He doesn't have work on weekends, but I have work before on weekends. So we just met for
park.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah, and we went to this
park,
a garden, and she asked me a question: how do you find China? And right before that, we were talking about GPS and maps.
Yes,
So sad you just open. And I traveled through many countries and entered China from Kazakhstan. So when she asked me how do you find China, I said like using
the map, using the map, and then I really laughed.
And I was like surprised.
I really laughed. Like I thought you were joking. I really thought he was joking. And then I don't know. I meant to say like, what do you think about China? And then I thought you were asking me about the like. I mean, how did I really find China? And then like literally, because we're talking about maps and locations, so that's the reason why you answered it that way. But it was so funny for me before. He's funny sometimes. Sometimes I don't know if he's joking or if he's not joking. Yeah. I think in my case it's very obvious. He's actually giving so much effort. If you're important to him, he's gonna give you you can see that he's putting so much effort for you, and that's I think one of the things I really like about him. And the second question was like, how did I find my job here, or how did I land a job? How did I land a job here? Okay, so I was a teacher in a academy, like back in my country, back in my hometown, and one of my students were actually looking for a teacher here, so that's how I found my first job in China. So my employer was my former student, online student. Mm-hmm. So I was already like teaching for 6 years in the Philippines before coming here.
Next question. If you were to combine Belarusian and Filipino cultures into one celebration, what would it look like? I feel like I know Filipino celebration culture better than Belarusian, because Belarusian don't celebrate that much. We don't celebrate that much, but all Filipino culture is about celebration. There will be definitely karaoke, because in case of Filipino culture, singing is very important.
Maybe more of singing, because I think they also like singing in Belarus, if I'm not mistaken.
It's like in the Philippines, everyone is a professional singer.
I meant to say if we're gonna combine, so maybe there will be singing.
In Belarus, even professional singers don't know how to sing. I'm not joking now. In the Philippines, it looks like everyone is a professional singer. I'm not joking. So obviously there will be some singing, but I guess from Belarusian part there will be much more drinks, and from Filipino part there will be much more food. It's just all covered with food. Yeah, so there will be a lot of drinks, a lot of food.
That's gonna
be some singing, some talking, some argument from Belarusian participants, because obviously
and then
how to live without arguing.
Our group more of laughing, maybe. So the last question.
Finally, if you had to pick one thing you love most about each other culture, what would it be? Is it the warmth and hospitality of Filipinos, or resilience and strength of Belarusians? Okay, well,
combination, I guess.
Filipino, one thing, maybe a big heart, very big heart.
Belarusians, I mean, especially, I'm gonna base it all from him, because I mean he's the only Belarusian I think I know. So more of sharp, like clever, smart. Yeah, he's very smart, and maybe, how do I call this? They think before they act. Those are the things I think I like about him. So maybe if he's like that, most of Belarusians are like that, right?
Yeah, actually quite a lot.
So that's all I hope we have answered all the questions you want to learn about us. Oh yeah, if you want to ask also how long we were staying here, I think one of my friends asked me that. We've been staying in China for almost... For me,
it feels like a Groundhog Day, if you know what I mean.
loop. Oh, yeah, I'm just joking. For me, I've already stayed here since 5 years. In his case,
one last year, yeah, almost 4 years.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe, to share, to like, and comment in our comment section. So thank you so much. Have a great day and see you all again in our next one. Paka paka. Bye. Say bye. Bye. I know it's so hard to have a vlog with you, you know? Let's go.